Hi everyone, my name is Bret Livingston and I'd like to welcome you to my garage. I wanted to share a little bit about a company that I have ownership in, REI. There are three important things to know about REI. First, REI cares a great deal about providing outdoor goods at affordable prices. Second, REI invests to keep the outdoors pristine and works to bring out the outdoors to everyone. And third, as a member-owned company, REI encourages members and employees to live their best outdoor life. The history of REI is an interesting story. It started in 1937 with Lloyd and Mary Anderson. They are mountain climbers, and they wanted a better way to get ice axes for a fair price. They started working directly with the makers of outdoors equipment and getting prices 5 times cheaper than at the local stores. Friends found out, and Lloyd and Mary decided to help. The group gathered their resources and bought equipment to help everyone. To the Andersons, better ice axes meant better adventures for them and their friends. So in 1938, with the help of a lawyer friend, Lloyd and Mary and 21 other Seattle area adventurers officially formed the co-op, each joining for a $1 lifetime membership fee. And then REI was born. The co-op began to sell gear at their first retail location, and it all started on the shelf of a local cooperative grocery store. REI grew slowly at first. 7 years later, the first standalone REI store was opened. Then in 1975, almost 40 years later, the second REI store was opened in Berkeley, California. After that, REI hired a former executive of Sears, and then REI started becoming a national brand, with many stores being opened. In 2000, the firm went international and opened its first store in Japan. And through it all, the company has held true to the founding owner's vision and mission.
Hi everyone, Tony here. So Bret and I chose to analyze REI for a lot of reasons. You know, we both shop at REI and both of us are members. We both love the outdoors and we found this sort of shared connection when it comes to camping and hiking. But I think the most important reason as to why we chose REI is because we were really attracted to the fact that the company was a co-op. And we really wanted to pick a firm with a unique business model to see what we could learn about it.
REI has 165 stores, 13,000 employees, and 19 million members.
Part of the reason as to why REI has been so successful is because the firm is able to create value through an effective marketing strategy. And, the co-op model really helps to support this by building brand loyalty. Their member owners, like myself and Bret, we kind of have a stake in the game, and we have a stronger connection to the company because of that. And, something else that really supports their overall marketing strategy is that REI has a really good understanding of their target market. And this is illustrated through their vision and how they operate as a company. So, I guess building on this, we were really curious about the other ways that the firm supports this overall marketing strategy. And in doing research on the structure of REI, we found the company is not so much different from other firms of similar size in the same sort of industry. REI has a very tall structure and could be considered rather mechanistic in nature. So in our research, we found that the company has a really good understanding of their customers, which is a major environmental factor that affects the organization. And at the heart of it, this sort of understanding of their customers is a major contributing factor that plays into their overall marketing strategy. This understanding can be seen in how the company is positioning itself as the activism retailer, as they call it. So one might ask, what is the activism retailer and what is its sort of purpose? So, REI, they donate a lot of money to various environmental causes. And it really seems that they're active in communities. And, they help to build hiking trails. And just overall, they are a socially responsible company that cares a great deal about sustainability. And the kind of purpose behind this is to really solidify and create brand loyalty by focusing in on these values that are also held by their target market. And this understanding can be seen in everything from their vision statement to their overall strategy at the firm.
REI's core purpose is to inspire, educate, and outfit for a lifetime of outdoor adventure and stewardship. As a cooperative, everyone in the company and customers, producers, and suppliers are invited into the mission of REI and asked to play a part in creating the unique REI experience.
So to sort of build on this focus towards sustainability, we thought it would be good to do some research to see what impact organizational design might have on the topic. In one study, it was found that sustainability performance is aided by a supportive culture. So that kind of makes us ask questions like, how does REI's culture support its sustainability goals? So in doing some more research, we found an article titled Creating Jobs and Workspaces That Energize People. And in this article, the author discusses how REI has instituted what it calls Yay Days, like yay. And essentially Yay Days are paid time off that employees can use to spend time outdoors. The article also mentions how the firm's new headquarters was designed with an everything outdoors sort of theme or mentality. And these are really important points because they show that REI has a culture that supports this overall vision, which plays into their sustainability as a company. In another study, we found that strategy is one of the most common areas for research that links organizational design and sustainability. And REI's sort of strategy seems to be a mix between differentiation and cost leadership. They want to provide high quality gear at affordable prices. But also I think it is important to note the second point that Bret made at the beginning of our presentation. In addition to high quality gear at affordable prices,
REI invests to keep the outdoors pristine and works to bring out the outdoors to everyone.
Thinking about this as a sort of guiding value that influences the strategy of the company, one can see the implications that this strategy may have on the overall culture of the firm. Does this vision influence the way that employees behave at the company? I would argue yes. And while there are several studies that link sustainability to strategy, there are far fewer that look at the relationship between things like organizational structure and sustainability. REI is a tall, wide firm with several levels in its hierarchy. What impact may this structure have on sustainability? This may be an interesting area for future research, and asking questions like, are organic firms more sustainable due to their lack of bureaucracy? Or, do fewer levels of hierarchy equate to less waste? And could REI improve its sustainability goals by simplifying its organizational structure? So, in sort of taking a step back and asking ourselves, what makes REI successful? REI seems to have a good understanding of how to, build brand loyalty through its overall marketing strategy, which is supported by the co-op model. It's supported by their vision and their culture. And the successes of REI, they have sort of important implications for other firms who are looking to improve, their own goals. So in thinking about this, we can formulate, some recommendations that other firms might follow. So first and foremost, companies should conduct thorough research on their target market, or their consumers, and they should pay special attention to the value systems and the expectations of their customers. And that kind of plays into our second point being, based on this research that is conducted, firms should build an effective marketing strategy that is supported by the overall vision and culture of the company. And it kind of seems that, all of these things, when combined together, can create positive results, but you can't have one without the other. So in the case of REI, if you don't have a supportive culture, then it's really hard to promote an effective marketing strategy. Or if you don't have that vision, then your culture kind of lacks. And it seems like all of these things, they need to work together in tandem in order to produce positive outcomes. Yeah. So with that,
Thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate you watching our presentation.